What's up, guys? I'm out and about again, and I'm going to be looking at some books today. Was contacted by a seller. He has about 200 books or so, mostly from the 80s and 90s. Going to be taking a look at the books and seeing what we get today. Not sure if I'm going to pick up all 200 books, mostly modern books. Saw some SpiderMan as well as XMen, so we'll see if we end up getting the whole collection. I'm going to be going over prices as well and see what we end up getting. Let's go. Okay, so we're back at home now, and we are going to show off what we ended up getting. The seller was a collector of these comics when he was young. He bought them off the rack. So very similar to how I was. He started collecting in the 90s, and a lot of the titles were Marvel, some were Image. No DC, mostly Marvel and Image. A lot of Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld type titles. I looked through the books. There were about 150 to 200. A lot of them were not bagged and boarded. Some of them had bags on them without boards. So a lot of them were in rough shape, and he wanted to see if I would take all of the books. I ended up negotiating with him a little bit. I knew I wanted a few of the books, but not all of them. At the end of showing you guys the books, I will go over what prices I paid. So let's get started. So the first of the books I was able to pick up was XMen number 4. And this is a direct edition. This is the first appearance of Omega Red. Jim Lee cover. Every time I see this, I always have to pick it up. This one, amazingly, was probably the best condition out of all the books I saw in his whole lot. This one has a potential of being a 9.8. So I think I'm gonna send this one out to get graded because the corners are super sharp on there. Didn't see one spine tick that broke color. There's maybe about 4 spine ticks that do not break color, so that will be able to get pressed. And the back is pretty much perfect. So definitely a candidate to get graded. So I'm so glad I was able to get that one. The next book in the lot that I picked up was SpiderMan number 1 direct edition, and it is the gold variant. This one is in decent shape. I would call it about a near mint minus. Has a decent amount of ticks on it, but still in good shape. I don't have this copy yet, so I'm glad to add this one. The next one I was able to pick up is Amazing Spider-Man 315. This is a great Todd McFarlane cover. And this one is in a newsstand. So this one's pretty rough. I would say it's a mid to high grade, about a 6.0 to 7.0. Still a great book to pick up. Next one is Amazing Spider-Man 298 newsstand. This one is the first time Todd McFarlane drew Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 298. This is also about 6.0 to 7.0. This one didn't even have a board on it, and it was only in a bag, so I put it in Mylar. Very last book that I got from this haul, Amazing Spider-Man 300, and it is in a newsstand. So I don't have a copy of this currently, so I'm super happy. This was the main reason that I met up with the seller. I've been searching for this book, and the prices have been going crazy. So I'm glad I'm able to pick this up at a decent price. So for all of these books, I was able to negotiate with the seller, and we agreed upon $320 for the 5 books. So all in all, pretty good price. This book here, I would say around the same grade as the other ones, 6.0 to a 7.0, has a decent amount of spine ticks. The 2 corners are a little blunted. There is a decent sized crease right here. And what's a little bit What was a little bit sketchy is the seller might have used a different picture in the ad that they posted. So just to be clear with you guys, I did find this deal on OfferUp, and seems like the seller put the picture of the Amazing Spider-Man 300, but it was a higher grade newsstand. When I saw the picture, when I saw the book in person, it looked like it was a different book. It kind of irked me a little bit that that happened. However, I was still able to negotiate the additional books at a really good price. $320 for 5 books, I think, is a decent deal. It's not a steal or anything, but because of the prices of Amazing Spider-Man Todd McFarlane books are pretty high right now, as well as the Amazing Spider-Man 300. It's probably the hottest book right now. So I want to see what you guys thought. I was thinking about picking up the rest of the books. He offered all 200 books to me for $500, which is only about $180 more for an additional 150 comic books. I didn't think there was anything worth going for. The other books were a lot of Image titles, a lot of filler 90s books, nothing from the 80s except for the Amazing Spider-Man Todd McFarlane that I ended up picking up anyway. So I passed on the rest of the books, but I did end up getting these 5. So one more time, I'm going to show the books again. Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom, first full appearance of Venom in a newsstand. Amazing Spider-Man 298, first Todd McFarlane drawing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 315, also in a newsstand. Spider-Man #1 Direct Edition, gold variant. And lastly, a nice high-grade copy of X-Men #4, first Omega Red. Didn't pick up the whole collection this time, but I'm pretty happy with the books I did end up getting. If you guys are new here, please hit the subscribe button so you guys can join me on additional hauls and also hunts that I'll be going on. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.